Today we are going to talk all about the upgrades that Celebrity is going to be doing to a certain class of their ships. We'll also be talking about Disney and the port of Galveston, and finally Egypt. Egypt wants to get into the cruise game, so let me tell you what's going on with that. Let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please go ahead and click on that subscribe button. If you hit the bell next to it, you will receive a notification every time we go live and every time we put a video out, so you won't miss anything. If you appreciate my updates, please give this video a thumbs up. I look forward to reading your comments and hearing from you. Let's start at the very top and talk about what Celebrity is doing, because I feel like it is indeed noteworthy. So Celebrity Cruises has announced that they are going to go ahead and do a $250 million investment to refit their Solstice Class cruise ships. So which ships are in the Solstice Class? You've got the Celebrity Solstice, the Equinox, the Eclipse, the Silhouette, and the Reflection. Those are the ships that Celebrity is going to be retrofitting. Not only are they going to be refreshing all of the staterooms on board, they are going to be adding 4 new categories of staterooms. They are going to be introducing some new to see venues that they have never had on board before, as well as refreshing some of the venues that they are going to go ahead and keep on board. It's really interesting. I had the pleasure of sailing on the Celebrity Reflection, and when I was on that sailing, I met a gentleman there that worked for Celebrity, and he was talking about the fact that they knew that those ships needed a refresh, but they wanted to get to a certain place financially with all of the loans that the cruise lines had to take out during COVID, before they were going to make that investment. So today I am really excited to see this. So they are going to start doing this with the Celebrity Solstice, and it will begin in 2026. So let me tell you about these changes a little bit more in depth, because if you enjoy sailing on Celebrity, you're going to want to know what these are. And if you haven't sailed on Celebrity yet, you might want to take a look. I've sailed on Celebrity several times now, and I have really enjoyed it every single time. So first off, they are going to have 4 new venues, like I said, that have never been on their ships before. And so I love what they say about it. I thought it was really interesting. They want to make them places that have entertainment designed to create moments of connection with loved ones. So that's kind of fun. So first of all, they are going to introduce what is called the Boulevard Lounge. The Boulevard Lounge is going to, it says good times and glamorous vibes. They are going to have brand new entertainment going all of the time. So in the daytime, they're going to have game shows and trivia. In the evenings, they're going to elevate that to have candle-lit concerts and dueling pianos. They'll have a cabaret-inspired lounge. That's the kind of feeling that that lounge is going to be. Next up, the Boulevard Bar is just going to be right next there to the Boulevard Lounge, so you can get whatever drink it is that you are going to want to have. They're going to have what they're calling the Celebrity Barcade, which is supposed to be an elevated sports bar. So it's a place that you can go to watch sports events going on the TVs there. They're going to have a billiard table so you can play, as well as retro board games if you want to play that with the people that you're sailing with, or just fun people that you meet while you're on board. Next up, they're going to have what they call Trattoria Rosa, which is, it says, step into an Italian hideaway that blends opulence with modern design to experience a restaurant that bursts with charm from every corner. So it says that it's a place that you can rekindle, reignite, date night. So it's supposed to be, I think, such kind of a special venue. But the cool thing is, it sounds to me like it's kind of like an Italian teppanyaki, because it says that the guests have a front row seat to watch their dinner being prepared. So kind of think like the teppanyaki experience, like Benihana teppanyaki on the Sun Princess and soon to be Star Princess, except for Italian. So that's going to be kind of fun. Actually, I would go on a cruise to experience that. I'm just going to put that out there. I think that it would be a really special experience, but I also feel like you would maybe learn a little bit about cooking different cuisine a different way. I know I've learned how to cook some Italian cuisine, but there are so many different dishes and so many nuances to cooking that cuisine that I think it would be kind of fun. So like I would choose a celebrity ship to go somewhere that I wanted to go. I just wouldn't cruise to nowhere for that. But let me know if any of these things make you want to book a celebrity cruise. Finally, the fine cut steakhouse that is on the Edge class ships, which by the way is rated very high by Forbes Travel Guide. So Forbes Travel Guide, I told you about this maybe quite some time ago, but they go around and they rate cruise lines, they rate restaurants, hotels, but they never tell whoever owns the venue that they're going to be visiting. They don't ever say that they're there. So they just really can rate the service based on what they receive on board without anybody knowing who they are. And Forbes rates that fine cut steakhouse as one of the very best. So not only is that going to be available now on the Edge class ships, it's going to now be available on the Solstice class as well, which I think will bring a really special experience. One of the cool things they say, they offer 30-day dry aged steaks. They've got fresh seafood, and it's known for elegance at every turn. So like I said, they are also going to do a place called Sunset Park, which kind of reminds me a little bit of some of the venues that they've got on the Edge class ships. It's going to be transforming the top deck, it says, so that you can not only enjoy the beautiful views, but they are also going to have elevated cuisine available there, cocktails, lawn games, open air concerts, just a really special venue on board. So it's going to be fun to see what that looks like. And like I said, 4 new types of staterooms, and I'm interested to see this as well. They're going to have the panoramic infinite veranda suite, a deluxe panoramic ocean view suite, a panoramic ocean view suite, and a deluxe panoramic ocean view. And so it'll be fun to see what those look like as well. It'll be cool to see. And then finally, like I said, all of the places you think about really enjoying when you're on board a celebrity ship, they are going to refresh all of those venues as well. So when this is all done, I just might have to book a sailing on Celebrity. So the Solstice, Celebrity Solstice is first, like I said. So I'm going to keep my eye on that actually and look at the sailings after she comes back online again after that dry dock. Alrighty, and tell me in the comments if you want to as well. Okay, let's talk about Disney for just a minute. Yesterday, I talked about whether or not Princess was going to be sailing much from Galveston. Looks like the foreseeable future, not quite so much. But starting in 2027, Disney Cruise Line is going to start sailing year-round. So the port director and CEO there of the port there in Galveston, his name is Roger Reese. He, as he was announcing that Disney would be coming year-round in 2027, they were asking him if he knew which ship. Was it going to be the Disney Magic? What ship was going to be coming? He pointed out that Disney had purchased that ship not too long ago. They were retrofitting it to turning it into what they wanted it to be as a Disney cruise ship, but there are also several new builds coming from Disney Cruise Line, so we're just going to have to wait and see which ship they put in Galveston. Sometimes as these new ships come online, you kind of get the domino effect of them moving different ships to different places to be able to try to put the best ship in the best place for that market. So those of you who really enjoy Disney Cruise Line, I think it's really exciting that they will now be sailing year-round from Galveston in 2027. And you know, the interesting thing to me is 2027 sounds like it's a long ways away, but you want to know what? We are already in June. We are already almost halfway through 2025. Before we know it, it's 2026, and 2027's next year on January 1st, 2026. So it's really not that far away. So let's talk about Egypt right now and cruising. And the really interesting thing that I find with this announcement and what is going on right now in Egypt. So first of all, if you don't know, we have a group cruise going to Egypt. We are going to be on the Nile in the location of total eclipse when that amazing total eclipse takes place in 2027. So we're going to go on Alma Waterways on the Alma Lilia, and we're going to take you with us. We'll be videoing and sharing everything with you as much as the Wi-Fi will allow. But really interesting things are happening there in Egypt on many levels. But when it comes to cruising, they are going to be hosting, it's called the Cruise Egypt Forum, Egypt's Maritime Tourism Conference for the very first time. It'll be held there in Cairo. And really what Egypt wants to do is become more than what it is with the cruise industry right now. If you're familiar with Egypt, there are a lot of different cruise lines that sail on the Nile. People love to go. They love to go see all of the history there, see the pyramids, all of the different temples, all of the different things that there is to see there along the Nile. So they do great business with that. But what I wanted to let you know is kind of what their goals are. So it says that the Cruise Egypt Forum is not just about showcasing the opportunities, but they want to really re-engineer the maritime tourism landscape in Egypt and try to make a shift in the way the global market is working. They kind of want to be headquarters between the East and the West for cruising. It's really interesting to me that they do that. It says Egypt possesses all the elements to become the central point of convergence, like I said, between the East and the West. So tell me in the comments, number one, do you want to go to Egypt? Have you been to Egypt? If you've been, what did you think about going to Egypt? And as Egypt is jostling here, trying to put themselves out there a little bit more, really to become the point of convergence, like I said, between East and West, what does that mean to you? I pay a lot of attention to what's going on in that region of the world, and we've got that cruise, like I said, booked in 2027. I'm very anxious to get to go to Israel and see everything there. And so I think of this going on and the security and the and really the diplomacy that I think Egypt wants to do in order to be able to hold this position, because truly Egypt relies on tourism from the West to be able to do everything that they're able to do there, and for so many other people. But also, and I am so excited to go to Egypt. Can't say that enough. So excited to go. I've wanted to go to Egypt for as long as I can remember. Another really interesting thing is I keep following on the news what is going on with St. Catherine's Monastery there in the Sinai Peninsula with Egypt. It's kind of been a spiritual beacon truly of Orthodoxy and Hellenism for 15 centuries, and things are shifting there. So to me, it's going to be really interesting to see what they do with hosting this forum and wanting more of the world, and very specifically the Western world, to come and sail Egypt and visit that region more and everything else that's going on. So tell me what you think in the comments. I'm really excited about it, and for what it's worth, I think it's a good thing, because I think it will help them maintain stability there in the country so that it is safe to go visit. And yeah, lots to think about. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.